Alright, hello and welcome to week 5 of HPL. This week we are up against Kristi-cakes. This is the matchup with the Blastoise, Pelipper, Mega Meganium, and friends. Don't know if you've noticed, but we are having yet another week of mic issues. I updated OBS and it ruined my, changed my default mic to my default, which is for some reason not my actual microphone. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just yapping about the matchup here. Basically, I'm saying that their team has like no answers really for Mega Floette, so we're really just gonna play the game of like protect the Floette. Roselli Berry could be annoying this week, or I guess Salazzle is like the one singular resist, which could be something. One of the few mons that maybe won't get one shot, but everything else either gets like 1 or 2 shot, especially after a Calm Mind. So now we are going to look at the team, and I think we actually end up making a couple changes on the fly here. But yeah, basically the Floette set, once it gets a +1 with the support from either the Fake Out from Toxicroak or the Rage Powder from Ariados, then it's either 1 or 2 shotting everything. With Gleam or Moonblast, Gleam should one-shot all of like the baby guys, and then Moonblast will one-shot stuff like Blastoise. Which is what I would say if I didn't suddenly get scared of Morpeko and Crocodile and decide to change the speed here. Because technically, I think we would still OHKO non-bulky Blastoise, but if it's max HP, then we need to be modest to OHKO. But on the off chance that I don't get any form of speed control between Icy Wind or Tailwind or Trick Room, depending on what I need, then I would rather just have like a base outspeeding of Morpeko. Because that thing can get actually really annoying pretty fast with its signature move and the speed boost and the Fake Out and all that. So here we are, making ourselves just 1 point faster. Surely taking out that one special attack will not come to bite us later. Surely. There's no way. But then Kristi was ready, so we just speed run through the rest of this. We got Rigoraph, who's really just there to be annoying, stop Fake Outs. They can ally switch, we can Dazzling Gleam, which gets boosted by Fairy Aura. We got Twin Beam for Salazzle. Yeah, just good support. Then we got Ariados, which I then decide should probably be able to like do something. Have like at least one thing that does damage. Disable is funny, but probably not better than just having some sort of consistent damage. String Shot, just in case we go up against Scarf and they don't target it down. We got Fake Out, King's Rock, Toxicroak, and then we got Tailwind, Dual Meet, Wide Guard, Arrow. Pretty basic, but should get the job done. And then we have Gara, just in case we want like the Intim support, or I don't know, Gyarados isn't coming, who cares? But because they're ready right now, we just are going straight into the battle. Alright, so there's, all the things that I expected to see. No Salazzle, which, I don't know, is that surprising? Probably not. No Mega Meganium, which I thought might come. But there's really nothing stopping us from just leading Floette and Toxicroak and clicking Fake Out Calm Mind, I think. If we see more Pico, then we can go into like Brig, or the last mon we're deciding between Ariados or Arrow. I end up deciding that I think it's better to just go all in on the Protect the Floette strat to start, So despite hovering arrow for like 30 seconds, we end up going with Ariados. We actually end up seeing Weirdeer out first and Pelipper, which is kind of surprising. I don't know, I was kind of thinking maybe this thing was going to try and click Trick Room, so we go to fake it out and just click Calm Mind. And they actually end up going for Tailwind instead of Trick Room. So that caught me a little bit off guard, but I think Floette should still be safe unless it's like physical Weirder, which I guess it could be. I should be fine to just click Helping Hand Gleam. I'm like thinking if it's worth doing anything else, but the fact that we're slower anyway means like we really just have to hit with Gleam. Nothing else really matters. Unless I want to like protect Icy Wind, but I don't think it's that deep. I think we can just Helping Hand Gleam. And we take a little bit of damage from Pelipper and actually end up outspeeding the Weirder anyway, so I guess it's a good thing that we gave Floette that speed. And then got Morpeko and Gallade. Like I could switch in Break here, but it wouldn't really matter because they're just like faster with Tailwind anyway, so I figure they're gonna prioritize Floette, and Toxicroak should be safe to just go for Icy Wind. Worst case scenario, Toxicroak does die, and that's fine. We can go into Ariados, who can Rage Powder, and Floette will take the kills next turn anyway, or Farigiraf, which can ally switch, you know. Same difference, really. I'm actually kind of surprised that they go for Fake Out so much in this set, just because Farigiraf, you know, is there. But I mean, if sometimes it's worth going for it because Farigiraf really doesn't exert that much pressure, and the mon next to you is still doing something. So like, I would be sacrificing one of my mons actions for theirs, which sometimes just isn't quite worth it. It's a Morpeko that you're sacrificing for. Yeah, so that turn we stalled out the last turn of Tailwind by sacking off Ariados. I figure worst case it doesn't go down and we can just like spam Rage Powder and Icy Wind, or like if Toxicroak goes down, that's fine, because then we can Rage Powder Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, we were in a pretty guaranteed position at that point. They both had chip, so Helping Hand was really just for fun. But yeah, 4 kills for Floette that game. This game though, I'm a little bit worried about like Morpeko Gallade lead, because having the faster Fake Out with the Gallade pressure means that, I mean, even if I switch in Farigiraf, then my Floette still gets outsped and probably one-shot by Gallade. So I'm trying to think of like a good way to get around that. And I mean, I could go Ariados and like double protect Rage Powder, but I think I'd rather just have speed control if I can. I think we lead Arrow, because like dual Wing Beat is also a good answer to Gallade. So if I see more Pico, then I think I'm gonna switch in a Rig. Otherwise, we're just gonna protect and Tailwind. But it's actually Blastoise and Gallade. So, you know, this turn we're definitely just going for Tailwind and Protect. it didn't even actually cross my mind that they could fake out arrow and one-shot it here. That would actually be really bad, now that I think about it. I was just expecting Blastoise to be more offensive than like support or like mixed support, I guess. But also Floette is so scary, it's kind of hard to just ignore it. Like hard calling out the protect when I could just Calm Mind in your face. Especially with all the support that I have in back, it makes sense to target on the Floette. So yeah, I guess this turn I'm thinking I could wide guard for the water spout. But I'm realizing that there's a chance that Gleam actually just doesn't kill Glade. Or maybe not even a chance, I think. I don't know, it depends on the bulk, I think. If we can or cannot kill with Gleam. So instead, I went for dual Wing Beat into that slot, but they switch out. Which makes sense, you know. Glade is like probably their best mon in this fight. So keeping it alive is smart from them. We get Water Pulse down, which is fine. Part of me is thinking like I could, like I want to get Arrow out because being able to reset Tailwind later and having a mon that could one-shot Glade is good. So I'm gonna bring in Broke to, you know, potentially take the Water Pulse, though I imagine they're targeting Floette this time. And I'm kind of regretting not Calm Minding last turn, but also I was in front of Glade, so I kind of couldn't. Or no, I guess dual Wing Beat was ideally going to kill, so I could have, but it's fine. We're just going to keep spamming Dazzling Gleam now. And now I know, because I have one turn left Tailwind, that I can fake out more Pico. Worst case scenario, it protects, but I think that's fine. Actually, worst case, they both protect, but even then, I still outspeed both of them, so with a Floette. But they actually bring in Glade here, and it lives on 1 HP. So maybe I should have just taken it out of HP and not special attack or the speed when I was changing the speed. But you know, it's okay. I think they forgot that I had one turn left Tailwind there. I assume they were also going for Fake Out. But yeah, this turn I wasn't really expecting them to Fake Out with Blastoise because it just kind of delays. Like, I don't know. I don't think what they picked there really mattered. I'm pretty sure I had guaranteed win, like, no matter what, between Icy Wind and Dazzling Gleam. Unless Icy Wind missed, like, twice. Then maybe. But, yeah, it's, seemed really hard for Kristi with no Fairy Resist, but it was a fun game, and, they played well. I forget what I was talking about here. I don't know. GG's to Kristi. Hopefully we'll be getting that week 3 game out eventually with Deegs. But until then, I will catch you guys next time. Bye!